Derek Lamb is suing Ashley Cook in the amount of $3,000, the cost of an automobile he gave her to use as a trade-in.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Christina Perez presiding. All parties have been sworn in, Your Honor.
Thank you, Renard.
You may be seated.
So, Mr. Lamb, you are suing your ex-girlfriend.
Well, Your Honor, my ex-girlfriend, Ashley, she owes me $3,000. We shared a car that was originally my car, okay? We traded in my car to get this car for us to share.
Okay.
All right?
Now, let's go back before we talk to the car. Were you guys living together?
Yes, ma'am. We were
How
living
long
together.
were you living together?
We were living together about a year.
A year. About a year? How long have you been dating?
For 2 years.
For 2 years. So you dated for 1 year, then moved in for another?
Yes.
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
And then what was it like living with him?
It was good. I mean, he's a really good boyfriend. He helped me out with some bills that, you know, and I can't be more grateful to him for that.
It was more than me just helping her out with just bills. I was actually paying for almost everything.
Oh, you were paying for almost
Yes,
everything?
I was paying for almost.
That's not
almost
true.
everything.
What were you paying for? Let's go.
I was paying for cell phones.
Cell
Okay, I
phone.
was doing half on the rent. This was
Half
before
on?
we were even living together.
Okay, half. Oh, really?
This is before we were even living together. So I decided, I'm like, okay.
So cell phone, half of a rent. What else did you pay?
Other
for?
living expenses, food, okay,
Really?
electric bill.
No.
Yes,
What do you
I
do
was.
for a living?
I'm a cook.
And you were paying for all of her expenses?
I was doing the best I could.
He was
yes.
paying for some. He was helping me out. I'm not.
Why was he helping you out?
Because
What do you do for a living?
I'm a bartender. Well, now I'm an executive assistant, but I was at the time before we moved in together
Don't
bartending.
bartenders make good money?
We make okay money.
But she always came to me complaining that, okay, my cell phone's about to get cut off, or, you know, the rent's due. I only have so much. I didn't get that much in tips this week. It was always
yeah,
something.
and
It was
just
always
because
an
you,
excuse.
Of course, you loved her, and you,
Yes,
you were like,
exactly.
okay, baby, I'll help
Yeah,
you.
of
Yeah,
course.
he
me
offered,
being,
Your Honor.
So
he
that's
offered.
right. He offered,
He
and
offered
you took
to,
it. Okay,
yes.
I got it. So you did that for a year, and then you're like, gee, I'm spending all this money. She might as well move in
Yeah.
with me, right?
Well, I mean, yes, and of course our relationship was going pretty well. You know, I loved the girl. I was like, hey, why don't we take it to the next level? You know, let's move in together. You know,
Why move
it'll
in
be better
together?
financially
Why
for
move
both
in
of us.
together?
Well,
why not
because
why not get engaged and get married?
Well, because that's what you do. I mean, you find somebody that you love. I thought she was special. I thought she was the one. You know, we hit it off.
No,
so
because he wasn't fully in love with me.
No,
Really?
yes,
were
I
you
was.
were you planning on marrying her?
Yes,
or-
I was definitely thinking about
Really?
marriage.
Right.
Yes,
Really?
of course.
And that's why you wanted to live in with her.
Yes, that was
I
one
mean,
of the reasons.
I just know, call me old-fashioned, but I would have never moved in with my husband before marriage. I was not about to cook and clean for a man who was not my husband.
And
You move in with her.
No, she moves in with me.
She moves in with you.
Yes, ma'am.
And then how was that?
It was good.
Did you have any expenses?
I did.
What expenses did you have?
Like I said, he paid for some of my stuff. So those things that he's naming,
So
cell
he's now
phone
paying for
and
rent,
rent and
but
all
now
that
he's
stuff.
paying for rent, right?
Yes.
He's fully paying for rent.
No, we're going half and half.
True? And
Yes, we went half
still
and half
half
on
and
the bill.
half.
Yes.
And he's still paying for what for you?
He was still chipping in for like the cell phone, and actually he's helping me with student loans too.
Student loans
Yes.
too. Wow. God, you must be a really good cook, huh?
I try, you know.
So then what happens with the car? Explain this to me, Derek.
Well, basically, she wanted to
You had
buy
one
her
car,
own
right?
car.
Okay.
We had one car. We was using my car, all right? Before that, she was doing public transportation, or I would take her to work at night when she was a bartender.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but once she got this executive assistant job, she says, I need a nice car, basically, because I'm going to
Your
be
car was
driving
junky.
my...
Part of my job is
It was
I have.
junky. It was
part of
junky,
my
but it
job
was
is
good
I
enough
have
to take you to work,
take
though.
my
It
boss.
was good enough to take you to work.
Part of my job is that I have to take chauffeur my boss around. Like we have, go with him to different meetings and stuff like that. I am.
So have your
basically his
boss give you
personal
a company
assistant.
car.
I would love that, but that wasn't offered to me.
So was it a requirement when you got this personal assistant job? Was it a requirement that you had to have a car?
Yes.
It was a requirement.
Yes.
But it wasn't
So why did you take the job if you knew you didn't have a car of your own?
Because I knew that we were sharing our car at the time. So I knew that I still had that. And his
Oh,
restaurant.
so now it's our car, but his junky
the
car
car
was
is in my name
our
now.
car.
I just wanted something nicer.
Oh, you wanted something
yes,
nicer.
I wanted something
So
nicer for
you
the boss that I
wanted
have
something
now.
nicer. Okay, so
Yes.
then what happens?
We get the car, I trade my car in, but my credit is bad. So in order for us to get the nice car that she wants and for us to have actually be able to share a nice car, we had to transfer the title of my car into her name.
How much was your junky car worth?
$3,000.
Do you have proof of the value of your car when you
I
traded
sure
it in?
do.
Okay.
I have
can
the
can I see
original,
that?
the original document.
Okay, let me see. Do you have all? Is that all the evidence that you have here today?
Actually, I also have some more evidence proving that we shared this car together.
Okay, let me see. Okay, so this is the old car, and then
That is a text message from my ex-girlfriend
Okay.
saying how happy she was that we have this new car to share.
oh, it's so sweet.
It's nothing. It's
Oh,
nothing.
can you give it to her so she can read it? What does it say?
Thanks, love. I'm so glad you agreed. Now we can have a nice car to share. Love you.
Oh, that's so sweet of you.
Yeah, at that time I meant it.
Let me ask the magical question. How quickly did she leave you after she got the brand new car?
She left me after she got her new car, so she says, when my ex-girlfriend came into town to
Came
visit
into
her
the
family.
picture.
How many
Yes.
days? How many weeks?
It was about a month.
A month afterwards? Were things okay within that month?
Yeah, things
And
were
then
fine.
your ex-girlfriend came into town. Who cares? So she came into town. What happened?
I care deeply. I voiced to him from the minute that we got together. He went and he had lunch with her. But the thing
Oh
is
my
that
God, you had lunch with
the
her.
thing is,
A
is that
harmless
he didn't, no,
lunch.
he didn't tell me that he was gonna have lunch with her. I would at least like the courtesy for him to tell me, especially because he knows I do not like their relationship.
It was
I
last
don't like
minute.
the fact that he's.
It was very
I
last
don't
minute.
like the fact that you even keep in contact
How
with
did
her
you find
family.
out? How did you find out that he went
A
to lunch
very
with her?
good friend of mine saw them at lunch, took a picture and sent it to through text message to me.
Saying, what did the picture? What were they doing?
In the picture, they're like holding hands, look really like lovey-dovey, like
No.
they're.
Do you
he
have
claims
any of
that
that?
they're catching
Do you have
up,
any of
but
that?
it doesn't look that way. They're touching.
Really?
Yes.
Do you have a picture? Do you
Yes,
have a
I
copy?
do.
Let me see, Renard. Okay, and give me all, the rest of your evidence. Okay, so did she confront you, Derek, and did she say, what were you doing with this woman?
No, she did not confront me.
She
Actually,
didn't? Did you ever confront him?
I did confront him after I got that picture text message, and he came home. I definitely
You-
confronted you about
They're
it.
not holding hands.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they're holding hands.
He has a glass of wine here, his other
She's
hand's
all-
here.
No,
and
she's touching his hand. They're touching hands. They're touching. I don't understand why they
It
need
was
to
a
touch if you're
harmless
friends.
lunch.
If
Okay,
you're friends,
so
why does he
listen,
need to
so listen,
touch?
so this was enough evidence to prove to you that the boyfriend that adored you for 2 years, that gave you everything, that worked his butt off to give you a cell phone, to give you rent, to give you a brand new car, to sacrifice his own car so you can have a fancy car to drive your new boss in, was cheating on you?
I believe that he has feelings for her. I'm not going to say he went as far as
So
cheating
was that
on her, but
enough
I
for you
believe he
just to
definitely has
take
feelings
off
for her.
one day to come home and just you be gone?
I know he still has feelings for her. He's still tied
No,
to that
I do
My
not.
family.
question is very simple. Was that enough for you to say, okay, I'm leaving, that's it,
Yes,
end of
that was
relationship?
enough.
Judge Perez's verdict when
You made sponging gifts and money into an art form.
That's how you see it. An art form?
It
I
is
don't
an
think
art form.
so.
You got a brand new
I don't think
car.
so.
You got your cell phone bill paid. You got your rent paid. He supported you. He did everything for you. The moment you see one picture without further investigation, you say, he's cheating. I'm leaving, damn
She
it.
got what she wanted, and she knew she could use
No,
her ticket to get
no,
out.
that's not what happened.
That's
at
what it
all.
seems
That is
like.
not what happened at
That's
all.
exactly what
no,
happened.
that's not what happened.
I don't think he cheated on you. Quite honestly, I think he was so in love and goo goo gaga over you. Forgive me, Derek, but he was so dumb. He paid for everything for you just to keep you. And then now you have the audacity to tell him, no, I'm not giving you $3,000 back because I think you cheated on me. That is not a legal defense, let me tell you. So, based on his claim, I'm going to award him $3,000. You pay him that money back. You can do it now. You got a plush job. You drive your boss around. You pay your own rent. You pay for everything. And in your statement, I read that you save a lot of money.
Yes,
I wonder
I
whose
do.
money it is.
It's mine.
Probably yours,
it's
Derek.
definitely mine.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $3,000.
I feel